All right, we're going to go now to my next guest. He is the Wizard of Wisdom Teeth, and I've known him for years, just years of time. I've known this man. He's sometimes they call him Tampa Ted, and other times they call him Dr. Ted Grellner. Ted, thanks so much for joining me here on the greatest show of all time.
Tampa Ted, yes, that came from a name I gave myself on the back of my shirt when I was running my last marathon in New York City. It was the greatest thing because the crowd support was every mile of the race. But my story is not about running. My story is about wisdom teeth. Exciting, huh? Well, this message is actually for parents of teens, but it also applies to everyone. By the end of my message, you will know more about wisdom teeth that you need to know than your dentist may know.
Awesome.
So my story goes to the fact that as a 19-year-old college student, I had developed a painful gum swelling in the back of my mouth. It turned out to be a wisdom tooth that was coming in. So I had an infection, had to take an antibiotic to get rid of the infection. It took about 5 to 7 days to get rid of the pain. Then went in and have the tooth taken out. Being a college student guy, I figured, well, how bad can it be? So I'll do it a week with local. The surgeon puts a towel over my eyes to protect them, goes to work. He starts taking the tooth out. In a minute, I hear this crack. And the next 45 minutes involved with a concrete drill to try to drill out 4 long, curved, narrow roots that had all broken. At the end of him doing that procedure, he took the towel off. He asked me, "Are you feeling okay?" And because he asked that question, I figured, no, I don't feel good. So that was it. Why on earth I went into dentistry and oral surgery, who the heck knows after this experience, but invariably people end up going into professions that they want to learn more about or they want to solve a problem. So my problem is I wanted to make a better experience of what I had just gone through. There are multiple ways that I found to do that over my career. Number 1, infection. Get the tooth out in time. You can prevent infection if you do it early enough. Number 2, do it before the roots finish growing and before the bone gets hard. You solve a lot of issues. I'm going to liken removing a tooth to taking a fence post out of dirt. If the dirt is rock hard and the fence post is long, you can rock all day you want. It's going to take a long time to get that fence post out. But in the teens, you have a unique opportunity once in a lifetime in that fence post is shorter. It's in rain-soaked dirt. It's very soft. It comes out easily. That is truly the difference between removing a teenage wisdom tooth and an adult wisdom tooth, no matter the age. Take that adult, put termites into the picture, top of the fence post breaks off. Guess what? He's digging for the rest of it. Welcome to my world.
Wow. All right, so you really advocate that parents should bring in a kid and remove a wisdom tooth that is not giving them an issue?
Absolutely, because there are so many medical issues that can creep up over time. If you keep your wisdom teeth, you're going to have a lifetime to develop a problem with that wisdom tooth. And having high blood pressure, falling down, hitting your jaw on a concrete, and the jaw breaking where the wisdom tooth weakened it, getting to your 80s or 90s and having a cyst developing around an impacted wisdom tooth you never knew you had. All those things have happened, and you just don't know. It's a gamble. The gamble is in your favor if you get rid of them early, and you never have to worry about them for the rest of your life.
Does that affect the alignment of the other teeth?
There are orthodontists that may suggest that. My concern as a surgeon, I'm preventing infection. I'm preventing damage to the roots of the teeth in front of them, which are much more important for chewing than the wisdom teeth will ever be. I've seen 20-year-olds who have larger cavities in their wisdom teeth than any of the teeth in front of them. That tells me they can't clean them. So and honestly, would you put a piece of steak that far back on your wisdom teeth to try to chew? You'd probably gag yourself. So there's no function in my mind to doing it.
Wow.
Okay, can I talk about anesthesia?
Please.
People are afraid of getting wisdom teeth out because of the anesthesia as well. They're afraid of the anesthetic, the safety, as well as being nauseated when they wake up. Well, I've solved that. I'd found when a narcotic came available that was ultra short acting, using that with a pump, it goes dip, 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 dip. If that narcotic wears off in 4 to 6 minutes when I turn it off, it's gone. that allows me to be able to decrease the drip, 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 and be able to actually change the narcotic dose. I can decrease it. It's really cool. The narcotic that is usually used is a narcotic that lasts 60 minutes. If you do a drip, 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 every one of those drips is going to take 60 minutes to wear off. Using one that wears off in a tenth of the time, I have much more control, much more safety, and guess what? You're not nauseated when you wake up because the narcotic wears off in 4 to 6 minutes versus the 60-minute narcotic. Surgery takes 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes of nausea.
You got people flying in from all over the world to have their wisdom teeth removed by you?
You know, I'm the place to go to get those things because there's one other issue that I can talk about, and that's pain. Nobody wants any surgery if there's pain involved. I've solved that to a great degree as well. Mm-hmm. Timing, we just talked about that. Mm-hmm. Actually, this is going to surprise you, but the amount of time you take to remove the wisdom tooth has a great deal to do with how much pain you may have afterwards.
You think there's inherited issues with wisdom teeth? Like if the parents had wisdom teeth issues, will the kids?
That may relate to diet, because if you grow up with a sugary diet, then you're going to end up getting cavities faster. This is an interesting one. I've had patients come in with not just one set of wisdom teeth, but 2 sets of wisdom teeth where I'm removing 8 teeth, and that goes all through the family.
I've seen you speak at the Harvard Faculty Club with Suzanne Summers. And you're quite a great speaker, and I really appreciate you coming in and taking your time with us here at the greatest show of all time. How can people find out more about how the Wizard of Wisdom Teeth can help them or their child to avoid issues, pain, and unnecessary suffering?
GrellnerDDS.com or TampaWisdomTeeth.com.
TampaWisdomTeeth.com. I think that's the one. Hey, go take a little vacation in Tampa. Take your kid. Yank those wisdom teeth out while they're no problem. Thank you, Ted. Really appreciate having you on the greatest show of all time.
My pleasure.
All right.